records, we're getting chilling new details, including this alleged confession the suspect made to investigators about his desire to harm the Speaker of the House to send a message to other members of Congress.
Hearthstone versus Tyrande.
I am here today to formally announce
give me strength. It seems my work is not finished.
On Mr. Pelosi.
The San Francisco District Attorney is charging the man accused of attacking Paul Pelosi, the husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
The charges that we are filing today include attempted murder, residential burglary, assault with a deadly weapon, elder abuse,
I see you brought guests.
as well as threats.
Can I not enjoy myself for a single moment?
Those are state charges. The Justice Department earlier charged DePape with 2 federal crimes: attempted kidnapping of a U.S. official, Nancy Pelosi, and assaulting a U.S. official's immediate family member. Authorities say the suspect brought 2 hammers, zip ties, rope, and a roll of tape with him to the Pelosi residence. San Francisco's district attorney now offering a chilling timeline about Paul Pelosi's face-to-face encounter with the alleged attacker. Starting with the defendant allegedly breaking into the home through a rear glass door. Before sleeping on the second floor. The DA saying the suspect woke Pelosi up and forced him out of bed. Mr. Pelosi attempted to get to an elevator in the home to reach a phone. DePape allegedly blocked him. Pelosi eventually asked the suspect to let him use the bathroom, where he called 911 from his cell phone. 2 minutes after that call, police arrived. When they opened the door, they saw this.
The defendant was holding his hammer, which Mr. Pelosi appeared to be attempting to control by holding a portion of that hammer. The defendant then pulled the hammer away from Mr. Pelosi and violently struck him in the top of his head.
Authorities debunking right-wing conspiracy theories about Pelosi's attack, including that he knew the assailant.
Ain't my grave.
Motive crystal clear.
There is absolutely no evidence.
They're on to us.
Indicates the exact opposite.
It appears as though this was based on his statements and comments that were made in that house during his encounter with Mr. Pelosi, that this was politically motivated.
The FBI's criminal complaint revealing the suspect told San Francisco police to hold Nancy Pelosi hostage. He explained if she lied to him, he planned to break her kneecaps, so she would have to be wheeled into Congress. Telling police that scene would demonstrate to other members of Congress there were consequences to their actions.
Unbelievable. Josh, I mean, critically also is how is Paul Pelosi doing? Do we have an update?
They're on to us.
We do. He remains in intensive care at the House recovering from those very serious injuries. Speaker Pelosi issued a statement last night. I'll read part of it. She says, since the horrific attack on Paul early Friday, we have been deluged with thousands of messages conveying concern, prayers, and warm wishes. She says, we are most grateful. She goes on to thank the staff at the local trauma center. She says, Paul is making steady progress on what will be a long recovery process. Our family thanks everyone for their kindness. And of course, it's so important to point out that as this family continues to deal with this,
no one crosses the uncrowned.
Large political following.
Where you followed, I cannot do that.
Brutal assault of an 82-year-old man. Of course, that comes as federal law enforcement.
They're on to us.
Of heated political rhetoric, more violence could be forthcoming. Poppy.
The numbers certainly show it. The increase is staggering in just the last 2 years. Josh, thank you.
As Josh was just noting, there are people who are watching despite the serious nature of these charges, and we're learning about this. One of those is the Republican candidate for governor in Arizona, Carrie Lake, who last night
blow my cover. They're on to us.
It is not admissible.
They're on to us. Send my regards.
Nancy Pelosi, she's got protection when she's in D.C. Apparently her house doesn't have a lot of protection. But
you see the moderator there laughing as well, covering his face. Joining us now to discuss this is CNN correspondent Audie Cornish. Audie, thanks for joining us on our first morning.
Good morning, good morning.
We are learning more details about this attack and how it unfolded and how really this person was plotting to go into Speaker Pelosi. How she treats it there.
You know, I'm actually struck by the fact that law enforcement had to really underscore the facts of the case, right? Because they're aware that they have to refute whatever growing storm there is on social media. And it really distills the challenges that we have, right, as journalists, that even if you can have the words of the defendant, right, like in court documents, somehow all
Insanity is no excuse for bad manners.
Subject to discussion and subject to speculation, and unfortunately subject to amusement. And when it comes to Carrie Lake, I have to be honest, the thing that worries me most is the audience laughter, not the comment. That's on all of us,
and if you look at, we have the video of, if you could just run the video again, you don't have to play the soundbite. You're right, the man sitting next to
Job's done.
The moderator is just belly laughing because he thinks that something like that is funny, and the audience is laughing as well. Listen, there he is right there. But here's the thing. There have been some Republicans who have spoken out, Mitch McConnell and others, McCarthy, but for the most part, it's been very muted. And the people who are saying things, like Don Jr., tweeting stuff that don't put up the video. It is awful what they're doing, underwear and hammer and open carry. Why aren't there more Republicans who are adamantly speaking out against this?
Probably for the last 2 to 3 years. I think the issue is constituency. If there has been a radical base and what appeals to them, or some people basically playing to the crowd. There are support for this. And this is some of the stuff I think people really need to kind of ask themselves, right? It's not just on the politicians. I think in a way they're sort of feeding a beast.
Yeah, and it's not just...
Justice is mine.
Positions. Elon Musk obviously is in the middle of taking over Twitter. That's going to look like.
And he already tweeted something.
And he was one of the people who
take it down. Yeah.
He suggested there was more to this story, basically feeding into these conspiracies, even though they are working on this case.
And this gets to your point earlier, Don. If you have people in positions of power, and Elon Musk, in this point, has established himself as a media elite, right, and doing this takeover, they are spreading speculation. Power and status are doing that. Well, then you at home are like, well, yeah, maybe I should do X, Y, and Z.
But they're
that
spreading,
is part of the problem.
They're spreading the same a conspiracy theory that came from a conspiracy theorist, right, about Hillary Clinton and that she's actually not alive and that there's a body double. And that's where this conspiracy theory about Paul Pelosi came from. And then they're amplifying it and then laughing about it.
And it comes into the mainstream.
To the mainstream, like the PTA,
Right. So I think
justice is mine.
System that has metastasized, right? It started off a small thing. Hey, that seems weird. And now we're in a scenario where you actually have to assume, no matter what the news story is, it could be a mass shooting, as we
rest easy, child. You are safe now.
Misinformation, speculation, really well.
It kind of speaks to the nature of dehumanizing politicians that we see. Thanks for joining us.
So your audience going to be related to this.
Friend of the show. Friend of the show. It's like Maria on Sesame Street.
But even better.
Thank you. Wake up early, drink your coffee.
Thanks.
Coffee's on us.
Yeah.
Up next, we have Pennsylvania Senate candidate John Fetterman, who is joining us. It is an interview you are not going to want to miss. He talks about all over again, and his message to voters who are worried about his health in the closing days of this race.
Plus, one-on-one with see when our very own Caitlin Collins
That
went to
minion
Georgia
already
and
attacked.
asked him about Herschel Walker. You're watching CNN this morning, where there is a big sigh of relief in the room because we got through the first block of the show.
13 whole minutes. Yeah.
We're bringing you commercial-free listening, courtesy of the NBA, the league that's nonstop. Non-stop hip-hop and R&B, and non-stop classic hip-hop, so you can ball out with your soundtrack without a single ad break. Just search hip-hop on TuneIn to listen. Sponsored by the NBA.
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
I didn't think I had time for college, but WGU lets me earn an early degree on my own terms. I can pick courses around my schedule. take tests.
Justice is mine.
Do schoolwork while I'm at home, on the go, or even on my lunch break. My education is in my hands. A nonprofit university that offers convenient online programs and maximum flexibility? I'm going back to school at WGU.
This holiday season, make their wildest TV dreams come true. Wrap up something incredible.
To all who sought to kill me!
We predict the happiest holiday ever. Eyes delighted. Details at BestBuy.com.
How do I... One of our employees just reported sexual harassment.
HR managers can cost $80,000 a year, but with Bambi, you can
It is finished.
$99 per month. Policies, onboarding, terminations, training. Visit Bambi.com and type tune in under streaming audio. Bam, B-E-E. Tune in, streaming audio. You can't control the environment, but you can prepare for success, even during a recession. Introducing Bambi. Dedicated HR support starting at just $99 per month. Your Bambi HR manager is available by phone, email, and real-time chat, so onboarding, terminations, HR compliance, and more run smoothly. Schedule your free demo now and get our free gift, the American Business Owner's HR Playbook, your secret weapon to thrive in recession. Visit Bambi.com and type gift under streaming for your free demo and special guide. BamBee.com. Type gift under streaming.
If there's a better place for world-class outdoor adventure,
I will fight with honor. The Legion's rage pales before mine.
But you should see. It's all right here, in the breathtaking landscapes of West Virginia, America's largest state.
I see you brought I see you brought gas.
Like no other.
My
Plan your
hunt.
fall trip at WVTourism.
Job done.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired their personal trainer as a caterer.
All right,
May
folks, let's
the
keep
light
this line moving.
grant
There
you
with the Tom.
peace.
Picking up one Duchess potato at a time will not cut it at my catering table. Drop and give me 50.
Were you
If you've got
followed?
insurance questions, you can always get to your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Okay, this is what we call the wild mushroom and asparagus dip, and press. Come on, let's get those things on your heads.
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
Were you followed?
That holds up against all of life's messes. Lowe's has what you need. Pergo vinyl, laminate, and hardwood flooring with Wet Protect technology is waterproof from surface to subfloor and backed by a lifetime waterproof guarantee. And for durable, slip-resistant tile to 99% antimicrobial product
Really?
protection.
It's
Look
not
for
too heavy.
Stainmaster styles exclusively at Lowe's. Shop beautiful floors built to last at Lowe's.
Membership fees apply after free trial. Cancel anytime.
Can I be real for a second? That goal you have to exercise and eat better,
They're on to us.
You really can do it. But nobody is going to do it for you. And nobody has to, because you can do it if you have the right tools. And it can...
The Democrats have deployed Obama on the campaign trail. Tell me you're nervous without telling me you're nervous about the victory.
I have to admit that some...
More meat.
No one crosses the uncrowned.
Not just because I'm older and grayer. I'm not going to...
Smell you. Smell you.
That's not a valid target.
Smell you.
Two things the 45th president how hot he is, and a wife who agrees. When Obama's on stage, people are like, he is fine.
That was my first time seeing almost all those except the Obama clip made me.
Hey, my grave.
But I didn't see it because, it was my young producer who put on.
I wasn't quite sure what she said. I thought she said, you're fine as a... But it said mom.
Send my regards.
I thought she said...
He loved it so much he wanted to hear it again.
It does speak to what these final few days look like for Democrats. They are concerned. The states. He's going places
May
that
the
President
light
Biden is not.
grant you
A reflection. He's
peace.
not an office, a reflection of his approval versus President Biden's.
But I think it's fair to say Democrats aren't laughing right now. They're very concerned.
They're not. They're definitely not.
get to this.
Let's get to it. It's a busy day today again on the campaign trail.
Reporting for duty.
Week, former President Obama heading to Nevada today after stopping in Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin. President Biden stumping in Florida today, a trip that overlaps with former...
We have plotted long enough. Now we rise!
Crossing the aisle. And she is going to endorse and go on the campaign trail with Michigan Democrat Melissa Slotkin, who will join us live a little bit later in the show. Also with the former Vice President Mike Pence in Georgia campaign.
What'll wet your whistle?
John Fetterman is facing real questions about his health after his debate performance that had a lot of people talking. Even he admits that. I spoke with him candidly about his chances of winning and his concerns about political violence in America. And I have to note here, we did conduct the interview.
Reporting for duty.
So that's why there's a bit of a delay with some of the answers. Joining me now is Democratic candidate, Pennsylvania Lieutenant Governor John.
You will be crushed beneath the endless tide! Feeble prawns! Feeble prawns!
Yeah, I just, of course, I was appalled by that, and of course, the kind of vitriol that is out there, political conversation out there now is astonishing. It's unconscionable.
On Elon Musk pushing conspiracy theories about Paul Pelosi and the attack on him, what is your message to him as he takes over this giant megaphone that is?
I just am really just about just saying that we use your enormous
reporting for duty
to make sure that we don't have the kind of platform where we push those kinds of theories. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity to just say that, given that we have this opportunity, just a force of good.
Let's turn to your race now. Job's done. Up on that stage. You said that yourself a week later. Are you happy you did it?
No, I just always understood that it wasn't going to be easy. 5 months into recovery.
Put your faith in the light.
And I did. And at the end of the day, we did, I think, make. And I think it also, reminded Dr. Oz the fact that he still believes, with the same kind of abortion thoughts with Doug Mastriano, who believes that local political leaders need to be part of the decision between women and their doctors, as well. True.
Lieutenant Governor, you said the other night at a fundraiser with President Biden that you would be better in January. Do you and your doctor think that you will have a full recovery by then?
I'm sorry that I continue to get and feel better and better.
A little from your doctor. We haven't heard a lot. You're asking voters to trust you on your word that your health is good without the full story. So in the interest of full transparency for the voters, do you think it would help if you let your doctors brief the press before Election Day?
I think we've been pretty transparent. We've had our doctors.
Really? It's not too heavy.
Clear that they're here, that we're able to.
Good explorer comes prepared.
Serve. And from my point, we've also been very transparent in terms of showing up at a debate, and very transparent about having events in front of thousands and thousands of opinions for months. And I was, again, it was no secret that I was going to use some words. I was going to put some words together. And I've been very clear during this interview. I've been using captioning as well. I've been very transparent to give all the voters to make it their
drowning shadow.
A question for the voters, because then voters may wonder, is there a reason that you don't want your doctors to take questions? That's why I keep asking this.
I just believe that we have our doctors weigh in on that. that's a point that was compatible, made in June.
That's not a valid target.
My real answers composed to some of the criticism of Dr. Oz.
It wasn't me!
Off
with their head!
Had a stroke.
Yeah, well, listen, it leads me to my next question, because which is an important one, I believe, because you have been dealing with things that a lot of Americans deal with. Have your health issues, your approach to policy, and what you would do in Washington?
That was a mistake.
Has it given you any real insight, or new insight, I should say?
And then I said, I'll take the vote.
Absolutely. I've all across Pennsylvania. Actually, in America, I've heard from people from all across that have been either inspired or they support. I think it's made me very empathetic about more than I even thought I was before. But now I'm believing that the kind of healthcare that saved my life, the kind of healthcare that it should be for every American, that it's need there to save their life.
Insanity is no excuse for bad manners.
And now it's brought to a very, very specific kind of relief to me, having my crisis.
The victory is yours.
So the same kind of opportunities to have that kind of health care.
This morning, but our team has been with the Oz campaign. Numerous times we put in requests.
This interview was really interesting, though, because that's one of the biggest questions of whether or not Fetterman should have done it. There were some even Democrats that we had heard from who said they thought maybe he had not done it, but he was saying there that he basically made the argument that he believed it was better to come out and be transparent. We'll find out if it paid off in about a week.
Well, it's interesting. He doesn't believe in the interview. He doesn't believe that it has hurt him. And I don't know if they have internal polling that shows that, but he says that my polling shows that that having that debate hasn't hurt. But it's interesting when you talk to people, they say, it's not a big deal. People often say things to people who are doing polling.
Versus
Taranda! That they're going to vote that way, but I always say that.
You give me strength.
Yeah.
Your path has brought you
I was
here.
expecting worse, having dealt with people who have strokes. I did not think he did badly at all, as the press has been putting out. She said he thought he did fine. But again, the people of Pennsylvania will decide this. And I have to be quite honest, I didn't have the same reaction as those people.
I see you brought I see you brought guests.
Is a smart man.
Be at peace.
But I actually thought I was expecting
Blessings
worse.
to you. Where you
I
followed.
think that people will be more sympathetic than we in the media may be letting on to, because they have people who have dealt with these issues. Again, that doesn't mean that they would vote for him. He is running to be a senator, and that's that's a big job.
And this is his health issue is a real issue. It matters. It sucks a lot of oxygen in the conversation. But what I like about your interview that our viewers are going to see ahead, you get into some of the really key issues like energy, like fracking. A lot of the issues.
They're on to us.
Well, and that's why that's so important, because it's not just about the debate and what happened there. It's
If you dishonor me,
vote on
you dishonor
issues,
yourself.
Right? If you are in the Senate, for sure.
Well, we have much more of that ahead, I know. We also have a wide-ranging conversation with the Georgia Republican Governor, Brian Kemp, about the role that he believes his state will play in the midterm elections 1 week from today.
Plus, why people fear change.
What? What are you talking about?
Wouldn't apply to the three of us at all.
For instance, how being part of a new way too early morning show can be absolutely...
The time has come to dethrone our former master.
By the Ascended.
Good job on the music, guys.
This holiday season, make the wildest TV dreams come true. Wrap up something incredible when you find great prices on LG TVs at Best Buy. We predict the happiest holiday ever. Eyes delighted. Details at bestbuy.com.
I don't want the crazy student
His
debt that
reign
comes with
ends
college.
now.
Makes getting an accredited degree affordable. How affordable? Like half as much as most schools affordable.
This is a 1-for-1 flat rate affordable. Like working at my pace and being able to finish in way under 4 years affordable. A non-profit university that offers accredited degrees and low tuition.
You'll blow my cover.
I'm going back to school at WGU.
NBA, hip-hop, they go together. And we're bringing you commercial-free listening, courtesy of the NBA. The league that's nonstop. That's nonstop hip-hop and R&B and nonstop classic hip-hop. So you can ball out with your soundtrack without a single ad break. Just search hip-hop on TuneIn to listen. Sponsored by the NBA.
Likely story!
If you can dream it, you can create it. The new 13th Gen Intel Core processor with advanced tools to keep up with demanding software while on another level. From bringing ideas to life to defeating monstrous legions. Do it all from anywhere with more performance at your fingertips. Learn more at intel.com/13th gen. Performance varies by configuration and other factors.
How do I address an employee who smells bad all the time?
Talk to Bambi.
One of our employees just reported
Talk to Bambi. Managers can cost 80 grand a year. But with Bambi, you get access to your own dedicated HR manager starting at just $99 per month. Policies, onboarding, terminations, training, feedback, coaching, and more. Talk to Bambi by phone, email, and real-time chat. Visit Bambi.com and type tune in under streaming
Where
audio.
you followed.
Spell Bambi.com. Tune in, streaming audio.
If you can dream it, you can create it. With 13th Gen Intel Core processors,
They're
you
on
can
to
bring
us.
ideas to life with blazing speed.
story!
Do it all at intel.com/13th Gen. Performance varies by use, configuration, and other factors.
You can't control the economy, but you can even during a recession. Introducing Bambi. Dedicated HR support starting at just $99 per month. Your Bambi HR manager is available by phone, email, and real-time chat. So onboarding, terminations, HR compliance, and more run smoothly. Schedule your free demo now and get our free gift, the American Business Owner's HR your secret weapon to thrive in recession.
Time has come to dethrone our former master.
Free demo and special guide. BAMBEE.com. Type gift under streaming.
At Amazon, we prepay college tuition, making debt-free education possible for hourly employees.
Amazon will pay you to go to college at one of their select colleges.
At Amazon, today is just the start, and tomorrow is what you make of it.
Identity theft shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, more than $14 billion was stolen last year.
They're on to us.
That's a criminal success story for everyone else. It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. If you become a victim, LifeLock will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% the first year by going to lifelock.com/listen.
Get the Wendy's $3 breakfast deal in 3 easy steps. 1, choose a bacon or sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant. 2, add a small seasoned potatoes. And 3, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Spin U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours. Select a request $3 breakfast deal in order to obtain discount.
This is your moment. Your moment to move forward and make...
In Georgia, Republican Governor Brian Kemp is leading his bid for re-election against Democrat Stacey Abrams. Kemp predicted he would go down in flames in the ballot box. Today, he will be campaigning against Vice President Mike Pence, however. I sat down with Kemp to talk about this all-important election, how he sees Trump's role in all of this, and the impact of the other Republican in his state, Joe Walker, on the ticket.
Justice is mine.
Voters in Georgia have already cast their ballots.
It's surpassed the level of 2018. It's almost at a presidential election level.
It's incredible.
Kemp signed a new voting bill into law, adding restrictions to absentee voting while expanding early voting in most counties.
For them to call it suppressive, the numbers just don't play that fact out.
We have an opportunity. The bill earned him fierce criticism from Democrats in Georgia.
Justice is mine.
look like Jim Eagle.
We had a record vote in the primary, and we're seeing it right now in the general election.
A toast to all who sought to kill me.
The election drama in his Kemp is voting for Herschel Walker, but has said little else about the allegations that the GOP Senate candidate has paid for abortions, despite publicly opposing allegations that Walker has denied.
I think people are going to make that clear choice.
No one crosses the uncrowned.
Pressed on whether he views Walker's stance as hypocritical, Kemp sidestepped the matter.
I would just tell you to talk to Herschel Walker about his policy on abortion. I'm staying focused on my race, what I can control, and trying to help them fight through Joe Biden.
The Republican governor has instead centered his race on the #1 issue he hears from voters.
30% milk chicken up to 10% gas prices, bad domestic energy policy. That's the #1.
No one crosses the uncrowned.
As Kemp crisscrosses the state with an economic-driven message, there is a noticeable absence on the campaign trail.
The former president has not been in Georgia in a few months. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him that question. I'm focused on getting our vote.
Despite President Trump's best efforts, Kemp prevailed in the primary earlier this year.
A toast to all who sought to kill me.
What his record
My hand is full.
What I've done in the state.
Smart moves. I concede.
The limits of Trump's grip on the party and his
did a good job. And some of our races are what even when you disagree with people, if you stand for something, they have great appreciation for that.
Kemp unsuccessfully fought a subpoena to appear before a special grand jury in Atlanta investigating Trump's attempts to undermine the election, and now must testify once his election is over.
I'll tell them the truth, and I'll tell them that I followed the laws and the Constitution of this state.
Of course, he and Abrams met again on Sunday night in a debate. They were talking about these early turnout numbers that they're seeing in Georgia.
Know the
She
true
said
essence
people are
of
voting
fear.
Your path has brought you here.
Law, not because of it. And I think one part that's is Gabriel Sterling, who, of course, is a top official in the Secretary of State's office, who became so notable during Trump's efforts to undermine and overturn the results.
Right.
He said it was on CNN the other day, voter suppression is just as much a lie as voter fraud. So you're seeing the split between the Republicans and Democrats.
You are, and I mean, Gabe Sterling, as we were talking about in the break, is someone who came out and warned against what all of this violent rhetoric and election denialism would mean people would die, right? Yeah. And so he said this years ago. The question now is, when you
I see you broadcast.
go through that bill, what's missed a lot in the conversation is that there are restrictions, but
the horde rises.
Be at peace.
And that's what we're seeing play out right now, isn't it?
I think it's hard to say that there isn't an effort for voter suppression.
By the ascended.
People who have traditionally been sort of pushed out of the
about who is
the
voting.
process, and the access that they have. People trying to cut out on soul. All this. I think it's really tough. It depends on what you're looking at, what data you're looking at, and look, I think rather than trying to restrict people, we should be opening up the voting process. It should be as easy to vote as possible as it is.
To Don's point, I mean, this is Stacey that you don't know who's polling, who's getting access.
Yeah.
Right?
That's been her argument that she's making. Obviously, that was a point of contention between the two of them. I will say one thing, and it's sad that this stands out, but it did stand out in the debate as I watched on Sunday. When both candidates were asked if they would accept the results of the election, no matter what they are, they both said yes, that they would.
Well, amen. I can't believe we have to celebrate that, but amen.
A lot of these things were like, you have to ask the other guy. He is on message, but a lot of it is a dodge,
Yeah. Obviously, don't forget, 1 week from tonight, CNN's special coverage of the midterm elections will be underway. We begin at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, but Don, Poppy, and I will be going all night long to bring you the results.
No pressure.
This is our new life, folks. Buckle up.
No pressure.
Did you like sleep? Because you're not getting any more of it.
2 hours left.
Were you followed?
Straight ahead, more Michigan State football players now suspended. Look at this video for starting a brawl after losing, why one coach says their punishment won't stop there.
What did happen to them?
Plus, the new record shattered by Taylor
You
Swift.
cannot understand the purpose.
NBA, they go together. And we're bringing you commercial-free listening, courtesy of the NBA, the league that's nonstop. And again, working on it. Able to make it spin. That's nonstop hip-hop and R&B, nonstop classic hip-hop. So you can ball out with your soundtrack. Without a single
Were you followed?
Just search hip-hop on TuneIn to listen. Sponsored by the NBA. This league is nonstop.
Blow my cover.
I know what the crazy student debt that comes with going to college. But WGU makes getting an accredited degree how affordable? Like half as much as most schools affordable. Like taking as many courses as I want for one flat rate affordable. Like working at being able to finish in way under 4 years affordable. A non-profit university that offers accredited degrees and low tuition? I'm going back to school at WGU.
It's time for some tropical smoothie cafe ASMR. Relax with our new Hawaiian barbecue island flat with grilled chicken, melty cheese, and pineapple salsa on toasty flatbread. That's hot. Unwind with our new Thai Crunch Island flat with grilled chicken, carrots, and Thai peanut sauce. Sorry.
Insanity is no excuse for bad manners.
Delivered to your door or available at over 75 DMV locations for a limited time only.
At Floor & Decor, we know pro. As your one-stop source, we deliver everyday savings on over 1 million square feet of in-stock flooring, tools, and installation materials. See how our flooring experts can help
Were
save
you
time and
followed?
money with our best-in-class selection at rock-bottom prices. And with pro-level benefits like our dedicated service team, pro hotline, full premier financing, and unbeatable pro-loyalty program, you get what you need, when you need it, where you need it. Come discover Floor & Decor, where we know pro.
You're invited to explore cypress swamps and magical gardens and float along the
My
ocean
compliments to the ship.
journey at visitmississippi.org/outdoor-adventure. Mississippi. Wanderers welcome.
Bundling car and renter's insurance with Geico. Is probably already doing it, so why not ask? Just say,
Hey, did you get your haircut? It looks cool. Also, have you saved even more by bundling with Geico?
or maybe,
Hey, did you get your haircut? It looks weird. Not weird, cool. Anyway, have you bundled with Geico?
or try,
Hey, did you get your haircut? It doesn't look weird at all. Anywho,
bundling is easy with Geico. Just ask your neighbors.
For flooring that holds up against all of life's
likely
messes,
story.
Lowe's has what you need. Pergo vinyl, laminate, and hardwood flooring with Wet Protect technology is waterproof and
likely
backed by a guarantee. And for durable, slip-resistant tile with up to 99%
Put your
antimicrobial
faith in the light.
Master styles exclusively at Lowe's. Shop beautiful floors built to
glory.
last at Lowe's.
Membership fees apply. Cancel anytime.
Can I be real for a second? That goal you have to exercise and eat better, you really can do it. But nobody is going to do it for you. And nobody has to, because you can do it if you have the right tools and a community that cares about helping you get results. And that's us, Beachbody. It's as as your TV or laptop, but you need to decide if you're worth it. Let us help you succeed. Beachbody.com to claim your free membership and start feeling great.
Dr. Trudy Fleer here. Let's discuss a very real existential
More meat.
I know, it's gonna be so good.
We're on TV. We have to remember that.
I will never! But you shall! Saving me, buddy. As you can tell, it's a big day here at CNN. We've got a new show. We've got a new set. We've got a new amazing team. We can't see them, but these folks have been working for weeks, weekends, everything. So thank you to the team.
What, we put all this together ourselves?
Sean, no.
Oh.
No. For
some of you used to watching at this time have gotten into faces. The changes
Smell you!
And it doesn't seem like it should be that difficult for us to wake up at 2 a.m. I have been just at a different time, and yet it is a challenge. So we're going to talk about change and helping us understand why it is so hard for our brains. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, joins us with a
Touch your brain? Is that no?
Is that a carry-on, or do you have to check that in your lab?
Where
did you get it?
Get some straight.
Can you tell the viewers where you actually got
The medical school.
Without them teach you. But so you say we're hardwired to resist change?
Yeah. We like to think of ourselves.
No one crosses the uncrowned.
We really don't like change. And you could take it a step further. We often see change as a threat.
Hey, my grace.
That's the way the brain perceives change as a threat. The emotional centers of our brain tend to get activated. So let me just show you here, if you can see this. Brain, these are the frontal lobes here. Job done. Your judgment stuff happens. Back here is the emotional center of your brain. And that is typically where new change is first processed. And it's not comfortable when you have change. It leads to all sorts of things. You feel loss of control. Uncertainty is the big one. If you don't feel certainty about things, it changes.
Okay, so listen, I'm weird, as you know. You've known me for a long time.
Look inside your brain.
I like change. I'm excited about this. It's a little off-putting. I've got 2 hours to I like change. Is that weird?
No, I think that you can practice change. And there's formulas and it's sort of an inherent thing. Even kids, when kids like change. Kids are always experiencing new things. But adults often don't experience new things. When's the last time you experienced something for the first time? It doesn't happen very often.
We have plotted long enough. Now we ride!
It is something we've all gone through. I mean, we've all started new jobs. Donna's one thing I do wonder if
why are you asking that?
Are we calling Don?
Leave me out of this.
I can't believe that you said you were in 8th grade when you started seeing me.
More meat! Smell you!
Yes.
It wasn't me!
Except for Don. Don is older. Job's done. There's part of your brain, again, I'll just show you this quickly, a little bit in front of the emotional center of the brain, which tends to deteriorate or slowly wither away over time. That's a part of the brain that's actually better at...
A toast to all who sought to kill me!
As we get older.
Real quickly, though, what can we do? Like, are there things that we can do that will help us do
really incorporating new things into your life. That's one of the big things. There's a famous... I wrote it down for you guys. You can take a look. But basically trying to figure out what's... That's not exactly what I thought it was going to be. But
that looks simple.
Yeah. But basically, it's the idea of...
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
How dissatisfied you are. What your vision is of how that situation can be different. And what are the steps of action? That's what you really got to sort of figure out. But it can be simple. I'll give you a quick example. You're right all day today.
My daughter broke her
It wasn't me!
So I didn't bug you. Sunday was on another child health question. But so she's doing everything with her
Those
left
who
hand now,
accuse
including
me
trick or
will
treating. And one of our
regret
friends said she's so resilient. And I was like, I need to be more like my 6-year-old.
Well, I hope she does well.
She'll be fine.
But if we can incorporate some change into our lives on a regular basis, get out of your set patterns, whatever it may be, take up a hobby, do something that's different, that's how you get your brain to accept change.
And alcohol helps.
Oh, my God. Thanks, Doc.
Let's wreak some havoc!
A little fire never hurt nobody.
resistance, firing pepper balls at Venezuelan migrants, trying to push them away from that border with El Paso, Texas, and back into Mexico. Stay right here with us, and we'll show you exactly what went down.
Let us dance right away.
NBA, hip-hop, they go together. And we're bringing you commercial-free listening, courtesy of the NBA.
Watch and learn. Watch and learn. You can't always trust what you see.
With your soundtrack, without a single ad break. Just search hip-hop on TuneIn to listen. Sponsored by the NBA. This league is non-stop.
I don't want the crazy student debt that comes with going to college. But WGU makes getting an accredited degree affordable. How affordable? Like half as much as most schools affordable. Like taking as many courses as I want for one flat rate affordable. Like working at my pace and being able to finish in way under 4 years.
University
that offers accredited degrees and low tuition? I'm going back to school at WGU.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask the center to be there.
Putting the pieces together.
Hello, this is Mickey Marquis, and you've reached the office of Doug & Associates.
Watch
Thank you
and
very
learn.
much. Tuesday nights
But if you've got insurance company, discount local guidelines.
Doug & Associates.
Visit geico.com/local.
Against all of life's messes, Lowe's has what you need. Hardwood flooring with Wet Protect technology is waterproof from surface to sub.